Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Ukulele from CZT Jennifer Hohensteiner. Oh my gosh, is this a fun tangle? Um, it probably helps that today is Thursday, time of this recording, which means it's Tangle Time Day. Tangle Time are Zentangle sessions that I put on. I do them twice a day, 11 a.m., 7 p.m. my time. It's an hour. We do the same content both times. A lot of people come to both and try the tangle a little bit differently because we get wonderful ideas when we do take the screenshot afterwards. And oh, it's just a lot of fun. If you ever want to join us, the link to my website and Facebook page are in the description section. I do post. I post on Facebook and then also like Eventbrite and Meetup.com. Links are on those links are on my website. So if you go there, click on classes/sessions, you'll find the information so that way you can follow for when I post. And then it shows up in your time zone when you follow it that way. Um, it just makes it a little bit easier. But would love to have you join us, and I'll show you what I did with that at the end here. Okay, without further ado. So this one starts off, and I came up with an alternate way of starting it in case you have a challenge. One way is to do a muka frond, and that because I'm going to do it. Oh, let's see. Should I do it both ways? No. Oh, I'm going to do it my alternate way because then I can show you how to do the muka frond uh, when I've done that. So it'll kind of kill two birds with one stone. Okay, so starts off with we call them fancy fescue. It's this stroke is used on a number of things, but we like to call it fancy fescue because as you can see, it's fancy. So it's kind of a curved line that comes back on itself, with a little bulb. And however you end up doing that, fine. And I use the kind of take off and land idea. Really, it's the landing part because as you come back on itself, then just merge right back into that line, and then usually fill it in. I always leave a little bit at the one end for like a shine. You don't have to; it's completely up to you. All right. Then, so here's the muka front. And I personally found this easier than trying to fit it in once I've done this other part. So we're going to come from the same area, and you come around, you make a big. So this is so let me pause here. Imagine that this part isn't here, so you're coming around and almost like you're going to go into a spiral, but you stop, and this distance is up to you. But so we're going to stop, and then you come back to that same point. Okay. So, I'm sorry. So, if you are unfamiliar with muka, uh, and the muka frond, which is just a leaf of muka, um, so that's how you would do it. And this is more of Rick's version than Maria's version. I do have a video if you want to search muka Mooka, and then you will see that. But the way that Jennifer has us starting it is to do this part first and then fit this in. Whichever way works better for you, that's fine. Okay, then the rest is the same. Then we're going to put on the outside some nice squiggly lines. I think I'm going to put 5. And this is where you can also have fun. She has us kind of just staying up here. You could go down a little bit because it's Zentangle. It's completely up to you, right? All right, then more curvy lines, however you want them, connecting these. There are some fantastic samples that Jennifer has provided that you will find also in the description section of the video. I feel like I need to have one more coming down here just because. Trampling all over my. This is supposed to remind me where to not go. All right. So from here, and this looks, I mean, that kind of looks cool as it is, but from here we're going to essentially decorate. And so the decoration is mist. And mist is, it's kind of a squiggly line, or you could do it in a straight line, up to you. I love the Zentangle. There's so much that's just up to you. And I noticed on Jennifer's samples, there's one where she did just straight lines, and some where she's done them curved. So however you want to do it, up to you. Also, I'm putting mine. I'm ending it like right towards the end. You don't have to do that either. You can leave a little clear space in there as well. I think that's what's it's one of the many what's so fun about Zentangle is because you can customize it, and then it also lends itself to the reason that we say there's no mistakes in Zentangle, no such thing as a mistake, because there are so many different ways you can do it, and it's up to you. And because of that, it's almost like trying to remember where I had heard this. You know, kid write is to write a paper, giving their opinion on something, and it's like, well, how do you grade that? It's somebody's opinion. So it's similar to that. It's like this is your interpretation of the step out, and you go with it and have fun. Our worst. I think the hardest thing about Zentangle is getting used to the idea that there is no such thing as a mistake, and everything is okay. And when something does, it's like really goes, different from the step out, just embracing that and saying, okay, well, that happened, great, and then continuing it, and maybe you come up with something new and cool. If you read Rick and Maria's books on Zentangle, that's one of the reasons for that philosophy, that there's no such thing as a mistake. You just don't know what's going to happen and what'll come from it. All right, and so this is basically it. I'm going to add some shading, and I'm going to add that right around this edge. In the what I'm calling the mist, which did I say it's a tangle? Mist is a tangle. I said mist, and I don't think I explained, especially for those that are unfamiliar. Mist is a tangle, and it looks just like that. It's just you put it wherever you want, and it's just rather neat. Okay, now let's bring this out a little bit. All right. Oh, look at how neat that is. I think I'm going to bring it out a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And then, I'm gonna start. I think I'm just gonna put some on both sides. Well, you know what? I'm gonna put graphite on it instead of using what's left on the tortilla because I don't know that I have enough. I'll start with these, and then I should do those outsides too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think I need to have so I can match the level of graphite there. That just makes it neat. Could I'm going to bring this up a little bit more. And I was liking leaving the end just open, but if you want to make it a little bendy, you could, put some graphite on that edge. Part of me is thinking I should. Yeah, okay. All right, I've talked myself into it. And I have quite a bit left on my tortilla. And then maybe I can pull some from some of those darker areas, because it's like once you've used up what's there, you can go back and grab some from somewhere else. So like here, and it kind of lightens it up. It's like using it like a palette. I will do that where I, either on the back or on another piece of paper, just spread some graphite out so that way I can then do like that and just grab it. And then I'm just doing these little lines to make it a little jagged so it doesn't look like it's just a... Oh, yeah. See, and I left this enough light that it gives it a little bit of a bend. But now the rest just seems so stark. So let's do this. Let's put some graphite. Just because that's what I'm feeling like I want it to do. Oh, that's interesting, but it does really need something. Oh, let's see. I don't know. Now I'm debating. I don't know. I just don't know. But you know what? I do know. It's a really neat tangle. Let me show you what I did at the early sessions, and then I'll debate on if I want to do something else with that or not. I don't know. Sometimes it's just kind of neat to have it be a little different. Cool. All right. So from our morning, let's see, maybe I raise this up a little bit. So I decided to do Zentangle inspired art, which is, not black, white shades of gray. And I used a Zentangle Zentangle. And as you can see, kind of did 3 of them coming, around from the center. Added some bead line and some of our fancy fescues there. I have a little bit more I want to touch up on, but so that was fun. And then I decided I wanted to do the same thing for the EM. So I have AM, PM, and working on a black Zentangle. This one is almost done, and kind of on the same lines. It's metallic. You can't really see it. Oh, there. Oh, if I bend it like this, you can see that's green metallic. But when it's shiny in the light, it's hard to see. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so you can see that. So it's just a lot of fun. With this one. So if you enjoyed this, and I hope you did, would love it if you click the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, please subscribe to the channel. I mentioned the description section. Again, you'll find step outs, links to connect with me if you wish. The one thing I neglected to mention, besides the classes, if you'd like to hang out with a bunch of Tangle addicts, we have a private Facebook group, and very active, very supportive, absolutely wonderful people that have gathered, over the last few years on there. It's absolutely amazing. We'd love to have you join us, so you can click. There's a link there for that as well. Know that there are 3 questions to answer to gain entry to the site. I just always like to make sure that everybody's aware of that. And let's see. I think that's it. I mentioned the classes. This is the Thursday. I do offer others. This is free, and it's every week. I do have other ones on Tuesdays. There is one free one on Tuesday. I call it Tough Tangle Tuesday. And then the other ones have a fee or are exclusive. I have one a month that is exclusive for my club members. And if you like this, if you've taken some classes, and I'm never good at. I have to make myself remember to mention it, and so I try to do that here as well. But if you are interested and you think you'll take at least 1 class a month, it's worth it to join that. So take a look. Information is there. And with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.